The seventh child was a werewolf. Episode 2. Hello friends of the channel, how are you? We hope so. Today we continue our intriguing story of the boy turned werewolf on the nights of the full moon. But first I want to ask you, are you already a subscriber here on the channel? If not, I ask you to give this strength to us. Already click here on the subscribe button and be part of the world of fantasies and wonders. Ready? Since you already signed up, let's go to our continuation. After becoming a werewolf at the beginning of the plot, they all started howling at the same time. Then they tried to enter the barn, but it was locked. They started attacking the door, at which point one of Rodrigo's brothers hit one of the werewolves right in the chest with one of his silver bullets. A fateful shot for the werewolf. The next day, they went to check who the werewolf was. And to their surprise, it was one of the farm hands. Seeing him lying dead in front of the barn door where Rodrigo was, they could never have imagined that the boy who worked for Marcelin was one of the werewolves. They opened the door and went to see Rodrigo. He was lying on the mattress, still bewildered. At that time, not knowing what to do, they asked Marcelin, "And now, Dad, what are we going to do?" Marcelino replied, "I honestly don't know, but I think we better call the authorities to come here and take the body to his family. Then we have to get Rodrigo out of here first. What will we do to hide the cage?" He said, "No need. Let's put a dog in there and say he's very fierce. Is that okay?" The father took Rodrigo into the house and locked a dog in the cage. Marcelino went to call the delegate, but first he said, "Let's put the body near the farm gate. If not, he'll realize it was one of us." So they carefully took the body and placed it at the entrance, where there were two gates, one leading to Marcelino's farm and the other to the farm of Romy, the storyteller. Marcelino went to town and told the delegate that there was a dead man at the entrance to the farm. He said it was one of the peons who worked for him. The delegate found nothing to incriminate anyone, but continued the investigation. The days passed and the night of the full moon arrived again, and as always 2 days before, they locked Rodrigo in the cage. Every month it was like that. One day, Marcelino had to make a trip to pick up an ox he had bought. He took his 5 oldest sons to help with the transportation. At the farm there were only 2 children and their mother at home. One of them was Rodrigo. While Marcelino and his brothers were away, they forgot their full moon routine. Everyone forgot. So in the 2 days before the full moon, they completely forgot the commitment to lock Rodrigo in the cage. Every month it was like this. One day, Marcelino had to make a trip to pick up an ox he had bought. He took his 5 oldest children to help with the transportation. At the farm there were only 2 children and their mother at home. One of them was Rodrigo. While Marcelino and his brothers were away, they forgot their full moon routine. Everyone forgot. So in the 2 days before the full moon, they completely forgot the commitment to lock Rodrigo in the cage. Rodrigo had not even realized it and went to a party with his friends. He only remembered when one of his friends said, "Guys, today we have to be careful when we leave, because tonight is the night of the full moon and there is a werewolf." Then Rodrigo remembered and very worried he immediately made an excuse to escape and said, "People go ahead and I'll catch up with you. I'll go there in the bush to relieve myself, I'll be back," and ran away. However, Rodrigo did not have enough time. When the moon began to appear in the sky, Rodrigo began to squirm until he turned into a werewolf. Howling and running through the woods, Rodrigo found a pig. Rodrigo found a bush pig and quickly devoured it, leaving only bones and some shattered parts along the way. Fortunately, it was an animal, because if it had been a person. At dawn, Rodrigo returned to normal. He was almost naked, his clothes were totally torn, he had to run to get home before sunrise. His friend who had stayed at the party looked for Rodrigo, but did not find him. Knowing the danger he was in and not having seen him, he decided to go to the farm to see if Rodrigo was there. Rodrigo's mother from afar spotted him and rushed out to meet him. Asked about Rodrigo, she disconcerted said, "Rodrigo is sleeping." Well, he ran out of the party and disappeared. "Is he all right?" That gave Rodrigo time to get ready, so she answered, Yes, he is. I'll call him and you can talk about the adventures. Then Rodrigo came and went to talk to Saul, his friend. Saul asked Rodrigo, "You look pale, what happened?" Rodrigo answered, "I don't even know. I started to feel bad and decided to run home, that's all, but I'm much better." Saul did not suspect anything and laughed. He said goodbye saying, "Well, since it's okay, I can go now," so he went back to town. 6 months have passed since the incident. Rodrigo went with his brothers to hunt wild boar and again they forgot that there was a full moon that day. To make matters worse, they were attacked and had to climb a tree to protect themselves from the numerous boars. Then one of them saw the moon in the sky and shouted, "My God, tonight is the night of the full moon. What are we going to do now? This forest will be full of werewolves. Where is Rodrigo?" "I don't know, he must have run to protect us." One of them answered, "We can't get down from here." Hiro said, "It's a good thing we have the silver bullet revolvers." Suddenly they looked to one side and saw 3 werewolves. They were trying to climb the tree they were in. One of them said, "Shoot him. Come quickly, if you hurt us we will become werewolves too." Jarius, who was a good shot, took 3 clean shots and killed all the werewolves. When the sun rose, they went to check if they had any werewolves alive. That's when they saw that all 3 were dead. 2 of them were known, including Saul, Rodrigo's friend. So they ran to call their father to tell him what happened. When they got there, they also recognized Romeo's son, the storyteller, and the other boy was unknown. At this point, Saul's father said, "Romeo, I know it's very bad to lose a son, but now their suffering is over." "Yes, but now we know that Marcelin's son is also a werewolf, what are we going to do?" And Romeo answered, "It's like you said, Saul, the suffering of our children is over, but our friend Marcelin still has his 7th son, and he needs to help him fulfill this terrible fate. We have to be accomplices from now on." So every full moon night the story of Rodrigo's pain and suffering was repeated. Legend has it that to this day, on full moon nights, especially the so-called blood moon, the painful howls of Rodrigo are heard, always protected by Marcelin, his family and his friends. Thus, the werewolf story left a legacy of overcoming and relief for the families involved. Now, if you tell me something, did you like this fascinating story? So tell me here in the comments and take the opportunity to subscribe here on the channel so you don't miss any stories. That way YouTube will let you know when we post a new story, and you'll be able to dive into new narratives. Leave your like and share this story so that more people can get to know our work. Don't forget to activate the notification bell, Oklahoma. Gratitude for watching this episode of the channel, and we hope you enjoyed this engaging story about Rodrigo and his family's journey. Stay tuned for more exciting content that unravels the mysteries and teachings of the past. Conclusion. The story of Rodrigo and his family is a powerful testimony to the power of resilience and overcoming. Their journey inspired the creation of a support and research center, which has become a beacon of hope for those affected by curses and supernatural phenomena. Scientific discoveries and innovative therapies have emerged, fostering a better understanding and aiding the integration of supernatural abilities into society. Join us in our quest for knowledge and understanding of the world around us. We are coming to the end of the story. The 7th son is a werewolf. We hope to have pleased you. And I want to reinforce the request for subscription if you are not already subscribed. This will always help us to improve and grow an evolution of our content, as it is very laborious, and with your like and share subscription, our work will be increasingly recognized. I wait for you in the next historical adventure. See you later.
Mm-hmm.